Pag-usapan po natin ngayong araw na ito, yung Philippine rocket na ipinagmayabang ni Pangulo sa kanyang SONA kamakailan. Bago po tayo magpatuloy, huwag pong kakalimutan like, share, follow, and subscribe. So ano nga ba ang Philippine rocket? Meron tayong rocket, totoo yan. So, pero is that the one that's going to be used in 2027? Pag-usapan natin yan. At malalaman natin ang difference between Philippine-handled and Philippine-owned. Ang project na ito ay unang Philippines na liquid-fueled sounding rocket launch ng 2027. Yan po yung tinatawag sa kanya. Coordinated ito by the Philippine Space Agency at mag-establish ng National Spaceport sa Cagayan North International Airport sa Lalo, Cagayan. Medyo infamous or famous na po ang Lalo Airport sa Cagayan dahil ito po ang ginagamit ng mga US troops pag lumalanding sila doon. So the mission ay yung private, itong mission na ito, mission kasi ang tawag pag rocket launch, ay public-private partnership. Okay, uulitin ko, public-private partnership. Sino yung mga, maraming salamat. Sino yung mga involved dito? Philippine Space Agency, DICT, Ascend International Gateway, local yan, at yung South Korea's Perigi Aerospace Incorporated. Ano yung Perigi? Yung Perigi ay pagmamay-ari ng South Korea. Ito ang may-ari ng proprietary na Blue Whale liquid propellant technology para ma-lift yung tinatawag na scientific payload. Okay. Anong ibig sabihin nito? Yung may-ari ng tech, may-ari ng rocket, yung may-ari ng hardware, may-ari ng core na propulsion system niya ay pagmamay-ari ng South Korea, South Korea. In particular, yung Perigi Aerospace Incorporated. Yung technology, yung liquid propellant technology nito, Blue Whale ang tawag doon, at South Korea o yung Perigi ang may-ari. Magiging significant ito later on para pag-usapan natin. Pero ang launch ay Philippines lahat. So the launch will be in Cagayan North, sa Cagayan International Airport. It will use our launch pad. It will use our rules. Okay. Bakit rules? Balik tayo, 2023. Ginawa natin yung TALA, which is a mixed fuel or solid fuel propulsion system na Philippine-owned yung technology. Mga Pinoy ang gumawa, Pinoy ang nag-create, at alam nyo ba na na 3D printed ito in its entirety. So meron tayong technology for rockets called the TALA Hybrid Rocket Prototype na ginawa in 2023. Okay. Dahil mayroon na tayong TALA na rocket, tayo ang nakagawa ng launch pad rules dito sa Cagayan North. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Yung rocket is South Korean, pero it operates under our rules. Since it is our rules, may control tayo in how the rocket is going to be launched. Okay. Pero dahil PPP ito, mayroong weaknesses sa public-private partnership. Unang-una, dependent tayo doon sa sovereign intellectual property ng kabila. Since ang Perigi, talagang guarded nila ng husto yung technology dito. So yung proprietary technology nila doon sa liquid propulsion engine. Because that's mainly what the rocket is. The rocket has hardware, and it dun sa hardware niya, yung talagang nagpo-propel, that is the main technology. What drives the rocket is the main technology, at the main technology is owned by Perigi, and Perigi will not share that technology. That is part of the agreement. So ang role ng Pilipinas, tayo yung launch pad. Dito ilo-launch yung rocket, but it's not our rocket. So anong effect nito? Kung mayroong commercial or profit that can be derived from this, hindi tayo magbe-benefit noon. Hindi atin yung rocket. Atin lang yung launch pad. So kung mayroong pagla-launch, kunwari gagamitin natin yung rocket to launch a satellite. Magkakabit tayo ng satellite natin. Hindi atin yung hindi tayo ang pwedeng mag-benefit from that. Okay? So the focus can deprioritize non-profitable but critical sovereign needs, sabi nila, such as local disaster management, climate monitoring, and national security surveillance. So priority sila doon sa commercial benefits at commercial profit incentives doon sa if a satellite is going to be launched from that rocket. So kasi dahil private nga yan, kailangan kumita sila. In order for the PPP to be viable, the private company has to benefit. So it is possible, I'm not saying na yan na po ang napag-usapan, pero whatever commercial profit will be derived from the launch will have first the private company's interests in mind. Kailangan sila yung kumita. Kailangan kumita sila. So yun. So kung kunwari walang kita yung private company, baka mag-stall yung project kasi wala tayong recourse. So yung technology, as we mentioned, is bound by international regimes like Missile Technical Control Regime. Ibig sabihin, yung political shifts ng home country export restrictions ng South Korea ay maaaring makaapekto doon sa paggamit natin ng rocket. Ulitin ko, dahil very strict ang rules tungkol sa technology na ganito, which could also have a military component, it will be determined by South Korea, yung amount that can be transferred. And right now, there is not going to be any technology transfer sa Pilipinas, although they did train yung mga engineers. Okay? The engineers who will be handling the rocket launch, many of them will be Filipinos, many of them were trained by South Korea. But and this is essential. So wag natin i-dismiss din yung knowledge that has been transferred. But this is a transfer of knowledge only on rocket launches, okay? Not on the rocket itself. So tayo ang responsible because of the partnership. Anong dala ng Pilipinas na cost? Yung cost po ng launch. So yung pag-provide ng lugar, yung pag-provide ng launchpad tech, monitoring from the from here, from the Philippines, then that will be for the cost of the Philippines. So, may isa pang concern na nire-raise din ay dun sa location ng rocket launch. Based on the Earth's spin, kasi kailangan din yung propulsion has to compute the technology involved in the movement of the Earth at saka sa pagdetermine kung saan siya kung yung accuracy ng kanyang pag-launch. The problem is, Lalo International Airport has also international vulnerabilities. Dahil nandun po ang US troops, hindi po natin masiguro yung safety and security in terms of international geopolitics. Okay. So yun yung there are other concerns, pero we can discuss them at a later date. So what PBBM has not been telling us is that this is not the Tala rocket that we created in 2023. This is a Korean-owned rocket using the Blue Whale technology that belongs solely to Perry-G. So because this is not our rocket, kumbaga, medyo misleading yung sinasabi niya. Although the Philippines will be handling the rocket launch. So, questions. Okay na? Sabi ni J. Lizar Laison, sa Korea pala ang rocket, bakit di dun yung launch? Because the project is a Philippine project. Now, because we have a Philippine National Space Agency, kailangan meron din tayong increase in the technology. So what it does increase is knowledge dito sa Philippine level on how to launch a rocket. Pero hindi natin pwedeng ipagyabang na rocket natin yan. Maganda sana yan, pero meron ba tayong kakayahan para pag nag-failure yung mga mapipinsala, masasagot ba nila yung sumabog at yung mga debris? Oh, yan, tama ka dyan. Ang pananagutan, kung sakasakaling lumanding yan or anything like that, is the project owner. So that's ours. Tayo yung mananagot kapag may accidents. So it's the Philippines na mananagot. Are we capable of launching the rocket? Opo. Well, yun nga po ang matetesting sa atin when the rocket launch happens in 2027, assuming na matuloy yun, no? So in 2027, maglo-launch nga tayo ng rocket. The project launch, which is the launching of a rocket belongs to the Philippines. Lahat ng we made the rules. So sa atin yung dimensions ng what we call the legal landscape, atin yun. Yung legal context, atin yun. So I know it does not sound like much, but that means that the Philippines controls basically the entire context of the rocket launch. But the rocket itself does not belong to us. Kasi nga, PPP ito. Naalala niyo panahon ni PRD, ayaw niya ng PPP. Gusto niya gobyerno ang magpondo so that we control even the commercial aspects. So in a PPP, commercial aspect po belongs to South Korea, particularly to the company named Perigi. O yung joke na racket-racket, pwede ba? We've done it to death. Kami nga yung isa sa unang nag-post nun. Kaya let's not, wag natin yung joke. So, naintindihan ko naman yung excitement ni BBM. Kasi kahit paano, it increases Philippine knowledge. But does it increase it enough? And is it our rocket? No. Sinong kikita dyan? Kung may kikita dyan, it will be Perigi. Ang pinaka-benefit natin dyan ay yung training sa pag-launch ng rocket. Walang training sa pag-handle nung ganung klaseng rocket, ng liquid propulsion engine na ginagamit ng South Korea. So it's a rocket used in space. Yung kind of rocket are the ones that we need to launch satellites. So, ang long run benefit nito is that eventually magkaroon tayo uli ng satellite. Hopefully. Kasi essential for our communications. Dahil ang ginagawa ng Pilipinas ay nagre-renta tayo ng satellite sa ibang bansa, ng space sa satellite sa ibang bansa. Yeah. So experimental yung primary purpose ng rocket launch. Kaya lang ang pinoproblema rin ng iba is that parang ang lumalabas dito is that it becomes a testing area para ma-determine yung commercial viability ng rocket ng Perigi. Ano po ang magagamit diyan? Sabi ni period, "Ma'am, you're so fair. At times you expound BBM's plans simpler but also criticize when it's needed." Kailangan naman po. At saka, we want to tell the truth kasi if you don't, hindi naman natin pwedeng sabihin na totally zero ang knowledge na ma-attain natin dito. We will. Meron. At to be fair College of St. Cecilia ng Cebu ang nag-create ng together with the DOST and the funding from the Philippine Space Program, nag-create talaga yung tala ng mga Philippine engineers and scientists from St. Cecilia's College in Cebu. Take a bow. Pero hindi tala ang gagamitin natin. Hindi atin yung rocket. The rocket belongs to Perigi, which is South Korean. So sabi ni Ferdinand, what can you say sa comment ni Ante Claire? When she was asked about kung ano ang benefit ng rocket, ang sabi niya common sense. Ibig sabihin, hindi niya napag-aralan at hindi niya nakikita yung value. Meron naman, hindi natin masasabing walang value because nga, na-train ang Philippine scientists and engineers sa pag-launch. Okay? Pero hindi tayo na-train doon sa pag-handle, sa rocket itself because this is a liquid propulsion engine nga. Liquid propelled. Yung fuel, liquid fuel propelled engine, sorry. Sa atin kasi yung nagawa natin, ang tala, if I'm not mistaken, solid yung fuel niya. So bagong technology, Philippine-owned, Philippine-made, Philippine intellectual property. So proud tayo sa tala, of course. Pero are we proud of the rocket that's going to be launched? Take note, walang pangalan pa si rocket. Pero what BBM failed to tell us is that it's not ours. Meron tayo, it's a Philippine rocket launch but not a Philippine rocket. And since it is private-public partnership, then the primary purpose of the private partner ay kumita. So yung yung kita na yon, yung commercial benefit niyan will go to the private partner. Sabi ni Jay, gusto ko meron naman po pala tayong tala, bakit di na lang yun ang dinevelop at iniyabang sa international community? This is just a guess on my part. Bakit hindi yung tala ang nilo-launch natin? Guess lang to ha, pero to be fair, we need to acquire the knowledge on how to handle and launch a rocket on our own. Since hindi the rocket does not belong to the Philippines, we gain the technology from the other countries. So mag-gain natin yung technology for the liquid propelled. So kung sakasakaling ma-develop na natin yung technology dun sa tala, then we will be able to develop the technology for our own launch. But it's not the same ha, magkaiba yung propulsion systems ng tala at saka ng rocket na ilo-launch. So, hindi ito basta common sense. Sorry na lang kay Auntie Claire. Pero ang totoo niyan, ang benefit is there is some technology transfer, but not a lot. Kumbaga, we don't get the technology of the rocket itself. What we get is the training in launching a rocket. Pero right now, the project itself, since the rocket is South Korean, tapos atin yung platform, para lang tayong landlord na naglo-launch ng rocket ng South Korea. The Red Comet Project says, what good does it do to our country, ang Philippine Space Agency, if we can't even do anything with our terrestrial areas? Because PSA naman, PhilSA is not naman responsible for our terrestrial areas. Space pa kaya? I mean, satellite is, but it's not a top 10 priority natin. I agree with that one. Pero para sa akin, any tech or science-based project, it has value. If only for the value of human knowledge, for the value of adding to human knowledge. Pero I agree that economically, it may not be a top priority for us. Halimbawa, developing technology for flood control might be a bigger priority. Diba? Nevertheless, since PhilSA has its own mandate, itutuloy nila yung mandato nila kasi otherwise bakit pa tayo nag-Philippine Space Agency? O diba? Yeah, we built a satellite sent via NASA last year, 2 years ago, sabi ni Mnemonics Code, a small one only for comms. Yes, we did, as a matter of fact, but we can build larger ones, and now we will be, if we develop the capability to launch our own rockets, then we will also develop the capability to create better satellites, even bigger ones. And hindi na tayo mag-rely sa ibang ahensya para i-launch yun. I mean, this is what I see as an advantage. Do I see this as a priority right now? No. But the PhilSA should continue to gain technical and technological know-how. Tama naman, sabi ni Jay. Sabi niyo, di naman pumayag ang SK to divulge Rocket Tech. Hindi nga. Tama kayo dyan. Di din. So yung kita, kasi PPP, yung kita sa kanila. So ano tayo? Escudero, Gatchalian, Salimpusa, para lang may maibida si Bangag. Well, you can put it that way. Oo naman. So yun ang disadvantages. So very vulnerable tayo to that. Yung kita niyan, if any, will belong to Perry G. But what happens for our end is that our scientists are trained in the launching of liquid propelled rockets, liquid propulsion rockets, particularly yung Blue Whale kind that Perry G owns. It is a limited training. Totoo din po yun. Totoo yan. Limited yan. Pero the hope yan ha, hindi yan mangyayari with the transfer of tech. The hope is that we will be able to develop our own technology later on for a launch using only Philippine technology or open source na. Yes, sabi ni Red Comet. In short, parang OJT ito for eventual own space launch capability. Is it really cheaper to launch our own rocket rather than hiring third party to launch our satellites? Ay, hindi ko pa na-compare yung economic benefits niyan. Tama ka rin naman dyan sa pag-raise ng issue na yan. Sabi ni period, Ma'am, you explain well, kaya di ka talaga tumagal siguro as spokesperson, balagbagan dun. Common sense lang po. Totoo naman. Sabi ni Period din, "Ma'am, aren't we so ambitious about this plan? Like fellow SEAs, Southeast Asian countries, do not really prioritize this one." Well, totoo din naman. Ako, like I said, economically, it may not really be in our priorities. Pero the launch is, well, maganda siya for a SONA speech. Pero hindi ko masasabi naman na zero yung gain natin diyan. Another racket. Sabi ni Ma'am Awi, "My impression is that BBM willingly let other countries use our resources para lang meron siyang masabing magawa." Pwede. Hindi kasi ako clear pa kung sino nag-initiate ng rocket launch na yon. Is it South Korea o tayo? Sabi ni Jay, "We gain so little, bangag gains media mileage para sa SONA niya." Pwede. Kaninong pera gagamitin diyan? Sorry po, I still have to to look into that kung may utang 'yan o ginamit talaga ang ang GAA. Sabi ni Ma'am Omi, "Libreng sakay nga di magawa ng maayos, eh." Maybe we should have more Philippine scientists looking into it instead of politicians. Sabi ni The Red Comet, "If hindi corrupt ang bansa natin, I can see the logic, pero ang ROI nito is next to impossible." Totoo naman. That's why it's important to know kung kanino yung rocket. Kasi it is really cheaper to launch it via third party due to existing tech setup already. Then I encourage everybody else, now that we are aware of the issue, to start posting about that. Sabi ni Pierre, "Just to make cambio, his Sona script was good ha. Sino kaya writer niya?" Siya daw. Well, I don't know if what your standards are for good, but in terms of clarity, yes, I agree that it is clear. I disagree with many of the claims there, and that, of course, it was not a real State of the Nation address. He did not tell us what the state of the nation is. He told us what his plans are, and he told us, a select list of statistics. Kasi unang-una dun sa housing pa lang, bola yon, 500,000 units. Ang term that should be used is financed and delivered. Kasi yung totoo niyan, kaya nagka 500,000 housing units niyan, hindi yan lahat nagawa. Kasi as of 2025, of the 400,000 plus na kinlaim na housing units, only 1,900 were actually built and delivered. Kaya malaki yung numbers, sinasama ni BBM yung mga finance. So ibig sabihin, approved na yung loans para sa housing units na yon, kiniklaim na nila as an achievement. So hindi ko rin masasabi na in terms of actually giving us achievements na it's a good speech. I agree rin. Sabi ni Awi, "Isn't it better to send our scientists abroad for the training?" Yes. I just see this is not our priority. And I agree because economically, yun nga, it might not be a priority. And ano ba, is it worth the amount that we are spending on it? Hindi ko pa po nagawa yung studies niyan. What I can see pa lang right now is there is benefit to the tech transfer, but not a lot. Kasi hindi tayo nag-develop ng technology on the rocket itself, but we got training on the rocket launch. But the rocket launch is not for the type of rocket, but for the type of rocket that is produced by Perigi. So, gagaling tayo doon. Sabi ni Jay, "Agree ako kay Sen Robin na ano yung namuisagan na yung subway system, bakit di na lang tapusin yun? O ayaw ni Bangag kasi credit will go to PRD." Tama, napopolitika din yung mga tren. Pero ang totoo niyan, bakit natigil yung mga tren? In many issues, in many of the projects, North-South, yung Clark, and all these other ones. Kasi the Marcos administration renegotiated the loan agreements with China. So, ano yun? Bakit kailangan i-renegotiate? And when China refused to renegotiate, natenga lahat ng mga tren. So sinasabi ni BBM, itutuloy na daw yung mga tren. But they're very, very late. Kasi kung tinuloy yung original na mga projects, next year, in 2027, running na yung iba. So pinatigil pati yung sa Mindanao na ano, 'di ba, yung sa Davao na trains, nawala din po yun kasi ni-renegotiate yung contract. Sabi ni Kevin, pati ang Paxilica dapat maging aware ang lahat ng mga kababayan natin kung ano ang magiging epekto sa kalikasan at buhay natin. Well, not only that, there is no technology transfer. So again, BBM is fond of these high-tech, high-profile technology projects because he wants to project himself as a, tech patron. Pero in the case of Paxilica, as we have noted and as SAS has pointed out, there is no tech transfer. There are no licensing agreements. We will not have any access to the tech that will be produced in the Philippines using Philippine land, using Philippine resources. So, although it does bring in investors, will it be worth it? That is the big question, because what we're giving to the Paxilica is rare earths, land, a space for the environmental, a space where the environment will take a hit. So yun yung there is no development, future development there. Dito naman sa rocket, we get tech, but it's not the tech that we can immediately use. Nor, maybe tech that we can extrapolate from. Sabi ni Spirit, high-tech compromise. Instead of paying 1 alien, it's a win for them to pay 5 Filipinos to work for them. Who is they? Sabi ni BNI, any thoughts po about VP Sara not being aware about Paxilica? I'm not sure about yung awareness level niya kasi she could not hear very well yung sinasabi, and maybe it happens to me a lot. It gets convoluted. Well, maybe ganito remember, tayo, hindi natin kaagad diniscuss yung Paxilica until we studied it. Hindi naman kailangan na, kumbaga, and since Paxilica pertains to the foreign relations of the president of the country, that is also not in her job description. Now, as to the lack of awareness, that is something that can be cured. So, busy siya. Look, she's being impeached. She still continues with the projects of the vice president. If she is unaware of Paxilica, madali lang po yan cure. She needs to read. That's all. Is it a bad thing? No. Because yung lack of awareness, may solution yan. Now, the lack of intellect, the lack of intelligence, the lack of wisdom, that might not be curable. Of course not. Sabi ni Macchiato, dapat po ba tayo masatisfy sa sagot ni Claire Castro about the rocket project? No, of course not. Kasi nga, here is the problem. She is not, isa pa siya, yan, if magagalit tayo kay VP Inday for a lack of awareness on Paxilica, dapat ganun din yung galit kay Auntie Claire sa lack of awareness niya dito sa rocket launch. Clearly, she did not understand the project, nor was she able to explain that kahit paano may gains. But on the other hand, it will also be very difficult for her to defend the cost and the timeliness of the project. So, anong common sense? 'Di ba parang sinasabi niya, obvious naman yung gains. Hindi po, kaya nga po tinanong dahil hindi obvious.